man look like some views and that's what I'm doing at this area. I'm not have to shake your head. And that's what I'm help to carry we down in the ghost of our
Yes, because I've seen where there's
so when you come and tell them about CDA, they might work hard.
I've seen where
even when you don't think they're doing as much as they should be doing, they're doing something when you are doing.
I've seen where there's a serious issue and there's serious issue on the day of speaking, and the headline for the news was a mongrel dog died in cancer.
They're disgusting. You're not coming to come try. You're not coming to come try for nobody else. Who will mirror up in front of
was a mongrel dog.
Let me help you. Jamaica is a land where we look for sensationalism and bling.
Yes.
So media houses will vex like more. Most media houses don't like him. You know why? Because he finds the point and he goes straight to the point.
Me?
Whether you like it or not, you know what is happening? Standard media houses are in war with internet. So on a grab on. Man bitten by dog is not news.
No.
But if you can find that man bite dog, oh Lord, front page. So what exactly is the problem? Let's work it out. The problem is we have become inoculated with apathy. An 8-year-old child had her neck cut like a goat.
Yeah.
And everybody is running around seeing what they can put on their page to get the most likes.
Why would I like when them do the camera? It just turns around. And
but then, Mr. I've realized that they have not been doing the aggressive probing that I've started.
Yeah.
Because the mysterious lady.
Let me help you. I haven't done this too long, only 43 years. And what I've learned is this. Not everything good for eat, good for talk.
Yes.
I can have a case that is going to go to court, jeopardized and compromised by trying to keep the media happy.
Yes.
So I say something in the media that a bright lawyer says, inadmissible, Your Honor. And I say, how did he get away? He got away because you needed a headline.
Yeah. So, Mr. Hold yourself accountable.
So the whole thing is, what are you covering?
Yeah.
So now let me bring you back to earth. I shot a guy 4 times, headlights. A student got 9 ones in CSEC. Obituary page. So what happens? What happens? Yeah, both did not have space. The positive needs to be put on the front page. The negatives you can put anywhere. So let them go search for the negatives. A youngster looking for some form of adoration or thing does something he knows will put him on the front page.
And you guys never fail the criminal.
Oh Lord, you help.
You never do.
You help.
So right now, if you can imagine me in my yard, feel comfortable, safe, and secure, and the first time I find out that my loved one / is from on the front page.
That no look.
Disgusting.
But hear this now. All of a sudden, everybody has become an investigator. Everybody has become. Well, I know what happened. The theories run back and forth, and you confuse everybody. And Jamaica is like, oh, we not go side nearly go so.
Yeah. And then suddenly
So let's go to the root of our problem.
Yes, because
Chinese telephone.
Yeah.
Let us go to the root of our problem. Jamaica is the largest remaining plantation on earth, undergoing the longest slave revolt in history. You wish me to say that again slowly?
Repeat that for me, please.
Jamaica is the largest plantation on earth, undergoing the longest slave revolt in history. That is why people are bleached for reach. What happens now is that you have failed, we have failed the children. We reach a stage where we don't even want them to realize we lie, so we cut them throat early. We tell children, go to school, get an education, get qualification, and get a job. You're sending the child back to the plantation. Why don't you tell the child, go to school, get a qualification, get an education, and own something? Anyone in this country who is not of a particular hue, who wants to own their own thing, is regarded as problematic.
turn it round.
Still up on the plantation.
Yeah. Man, I tell you that.
So the plantocracy has affected this nation for the past 60 years.
It has not affected, that's infected.
It is infecting.
It is here.
How do we get ourselves from that space?
Realize the difference between history and his story.
What is the difference between history and his story?
There's a saying, history belongs to those who write it. And some people write lies, but we believe it because it's said to be in a book.
And it makes us comfortable because people
Because we're looking for
people don't want to be. Listen, the
We're looking for
truth
somebody
is
to
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
and most people are not. The people don't have the psychological method to deal with the truth.
I put it to you this way. There are people as we speak now who are dying to see people like me disappear because I have a problem. I am old with a good memory.
And we know them.
So you worry about the leaves on the ground. I know who planted the tree, and I know who been watering it.
Not only that, just speak the truth.
The truth needs no rehearsal.
Look here, though.
Why you think people don't like you?
Why they don't like me?
You have a nasty, dirty habit of speaking the truth. And I've noticed watching you, I don't see any filters on your thing.
But the era that we're in Jamaica, do we need filters at this time?
Now, some people cannot survive without
Shouldn't
them.
have filters.
Because if
Shouldn't
they
have
don't,
filters.
what you will find out is you will start seeing the pock marks and the acne thing. You've heard of NIDS? Our current people suffer from DIDS. You know what that is?
What is this?
Delusional identity disorder.
Delusional
Identity disorder. Who I am on Monday. Who I am on Monday
is different from who am I on Tuesday.
There you go.
And who am I on Tuesday is different from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So today I lie and tomorrow I don't remember that I lied.
Or I accuse you of saying that I did.
Oh well, we gaslight each other all the time, and it starts from the top all the way down to the bottom, and then the rest of us bully the rest of us to accept it. So when you even talk, you can't. But you know what? Let me go back to you because I don't want it to seem as if it was a personal attack. We don't know each other. So it's not personal, but you represent the media, and the reason why you have to be called out is because you guys have been slacking for decades, but more so in the last few years, you really have fallen completely off.
But could it
untethered? Hold on. And since internet over the last few years, then dive. Then
it is not the truth; it's what sells the paper.
Dive away. So.
Yes, it's a profit-making organization, which could mean that considering we are on Knoxford Boulevard, they could say you're prostitutes. You cannot sell something simply to sell it. If you're selling it, it must carry a warranty. You must tell people that what you are telling them can be taken to the bank, although these days you cannot worry about that. But here's the root. Here is the root of it all. Is it true? Is it applicable? Is it something that will uplift your people? Is it something that will stop people looking at you and saying, you're such a pretty girl for a black girl?
For a black girl, you see the message? For a black girl.
But look here, also the people who work at the media houses need to remember that them are people too, and everything that affects us, the environment what we create, when we live in life, when we gonna see it.
But it could be argued that remember that there are special interest groups, and there are groups that see to it that they rub butter puss mouth to keep the stories off the radar, and it has been argued over the past few years that soft monies and special interest monies have bought out the media.
But maybe we need to neuter the post.
To do what?
Neuter the post.
How will neuter mean again?
You know, like you have a dog and you make it impotent.
So what you say? The fourth estate in the country.
Yes.
The media.
Yes.
Needs to be muted.
Yes, that's not muted. Neutered.
Neutered.
So it does not propagate.
That foolishness.
Just finish with us. Don't be finished with us.
I think I need you on the show, you know.
You get in enough trouble as it is.
No, man. I believe.
I think this is what we. Well, under this is our biggest problem, that we don't get in enough trouble.
Yes.
We need to get in more trouble because remember, trouble relative enough. In order for us to be where we are, people have to break a lot of rules. Me benefit twice because I'm a black woman. It means I benefit from the revolt against slavery, and I also benefit from every action we put in place for to equalize me to the money. So a 2-time benefit. Me not have the luxury of denial or delusion. Me have to turn up because whatever me inherit, me have to build on that so somebody else can get more. So we need to get in a more trouble, and we need to understand that because an authority figure said something doesn't mean that thing is right. You need to challenge it. I'm not saying that you should be disobedient. I'm not saying you should be lawless, but when we have the laws that we have need to be practical and tenable, and we should challenge them where they are not.
And
so like
applicable to everyone.
and that's the next thing too, because the loophole want to create for themselves, and everybody will walk to it. So if the politician them now get held by the law, then the law can't work.
Now I'll leave you with a word from Bob, not Marley. I was drawn into myself observing all this time. From every angle I could see, my people are meeting hell. Brothers are drawn to crime, so I die from time to time. We'd like to ask you leaders, what have you got in mind? Because I feel the fire spreading, it's getting hotter than hot. And the haves going to want to be in the shoes of the have-nots. If the sign is on your door, then you may be safe for sure. But if you are in pretense, you're on the wrong side of the fence. There you go.
Badness.
Amen.
Wow, Jamaica. Can I have a
Jaja.
I'm coming to you.
I'm gonna be here.
The man who was on the program last night.
Yes, sir. That's me, Razor B. Like I tell you, my word is my word, is my bond is my bond. Once you say I'm doing something, that's the truth, not the plan. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? I'm out here, and I was just hoping to see more. You know what I mean? Some of my artists friends have reached out to them and they said they're on their way. I don't know what's taking them this long. As I told them it was 11 o'clock on the clock. So let's wait and see what's going on. Right now, definitely up to earth. And this morning when we see the news and them say the child died with tears in her eyes. Jesus Christ.
Tears running down our face.
Tears running down her face. He said, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that alone is just, wow. If any human being in Jamaica hear that, I not touch them deeply. Yeah, exactly.
No, all right. You're not.
I mean, it hurt me. I tell you,
There is no
But the thing that you're doing
Mr. Newman, you can come. This is the organizer of the protest. This is Mr. Edgerton Newman, the head of the Transport Association who organized the protest today. Good afternoon, Mr. Newman. Where are the rest of the taxi men?
Question, they are trying to earn $1, but we have their full support.
So why is it that you're standing up today? Can you tell Jamaica?
Andre, the transport sector have 37,000 fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers. What happened to 80-year-old row is a signal of a straw that breaks the camel back. Transport sector, 37,000 strong, is the eyes and the ears of Jamaica. We are in every nook and cranny of Jamaica. 40 of us have been killed since the start of the year. We are saying it's time to take a stand, to join together with people like you in sending a strong message that enough is enough. If we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything.
Yes.
We can't take it any longer. We must now say enough is enough. And that is why we are here. And we are joined together with a number of other institutions, the church, the entertainment sector, the media. Enough is enough.
Yes, enough is enough. Now I'm getting a composite. Wayne, can you look at your phone? I sent you a picture. They have now drafted a sketch. They have drafted a sketch of the alleged person. A sketch is now out of the person who they have the composite sketch of the suspected female. So Jamaica, there's a composite sketch of the suspected female. So Mr. It's the Newman.
Right.
So you said the 37,000 taxi men
And women.
and women are out now,
Yes.
and they're in solidarity to the cause
To the cause.
for ending violence against children and women.
Children and our people.
Mm.
Because the student at UWI was abducted several years
Jasmine
ago.
Dean.
Jasmine Dean. She's a child, you know.
She's a yes.
Good. And therefore, nothing has been said. There are several children who have been abducted, killed, raped. Nothing has been said. We have called upon the government, the people of Jamaica, to stand up, take a stand against violence against our people.
All right, Mr. Newman, I will definitely take your contact, and we will. But sorry that
Enjoy your program.
Okay, I'm sorry that at
Other
least at
person.
20 or so taximen weren't.
That is true. That is true.
Big Stone.
Hey, Andre, how are you?
Big Stone is here today. Greetings, Big Stone. Talk to the nation today.
First thing first, I must thank you so much for doing a beautiful job in sensitizing Jamaica on the atrocities of our children.
Mm.
My reason for being here, you supplied me with the information. I asked you early this morning as to the location and the time, and I was grateful you sent it immediately to me. I did a vlog this morning before I left, and I screenshot you from your program, crying out loud on your platform when you heard the beautiful voice of Daniel Rowe playing with her sister. That touches the very core of my heart.
Mm.
Now, I've been around for a long time. I've been there when Shanika Anderson, the little 6-year-old girl that was abducted from the Coronation Market, she's on the top right. She was taken on the 30th of June. She was taken to Manly Meadows, where she was sexually assaulted vaginally and anally, and she was strangled to death. I was there for Courtney Walker. I was there for Yatanya Stevens and Shante Skyers and Ananda Dean and all the others that has been brutally murdered. Our Prime Minister said thus far 8 have been killed this year, and the measures that are to be put in place are going to be serious. I'm big to ask the question, Andre, on your platform. Why wasn't that done when the first child was murdered? The second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the hundreds before 2005 when Shanika Anderson was murdered. If these preventive measures, strict measures were put in place, then we wouldn't be here talking about Daniel Rowe. We would have been here talking about something else, a cashless society and whatever that they're coming up with. But we wouldn't be here today talking about Daniel Rowe. It bleeds my heart to know that from a learning institution in Portmore, a beautiful little 8-year-old girl was abducted. Her throat was slashed and she was thrown from a moving vehicle. Now, what touches me, Andre, also was when the mother said, when she went to the Bustamante Child's Hospital, and she looked at the body of her daughter, she saw tears that is dried up on her face, which simply tells me, Andre, that she was crying on her way to death. Your platform has been very pivotal. I overheard them talking about interfering with investigation, so on. But there are other bloggers. We cannot equate Andre Stevens to those who come up with false just to get views. And your platform don't need to beg views, Andre. You're doing a job that must be done. And I commend you in the short space of time. You have a mass following of almost 80,000 subscribers and millions in views. Continue to work, do not be distracted, sidetracked, undertracked, whatever. However they come at you, continue to work assiduously as we join together in solidarity in bringing prosperity to our country. Any question you want to ask me?
Big Stone, you have been doing this for almost 20, 25 years,
Yes,
advocating for the children.
yes, sir.
And in all that time, the children in state care, the children who have been abducted, have you ever seen successive leadership or present leadership doing anything meaningful for safeguarding and protecting the children of this country?
Absolutely nothing. I overheard Betty and Blaine saying that stricter punishment must be meted out to people who murder children. And I can understand that.
But where's Betty and Blaine today?
I saw her in the news saying
Where
that,
is the children's cry?
right,
Where is the
children's cry?
children's advocate?
Exactly.
Where is the head of the safety?
They're not here.
There's none of them standing up.
Or here. Another thing I must mention, and it's very important, this garden. Why is it a secret?
What secret garden?
There's a monument downtown Kingston that is built, and thousands of our children's names are etched on this monument.
Keep up the picture, please. No more other picture, just the picture of the suspected woman. Thank you.
Yes. This monument built in 2008. They say it is for children that has been murdered. Thousands of children has been put on this monument.
Yes.
Now, Andre, what bothers me, why is it known as a secret garden? What is secret about thousands of children being dying and killed? What is so secret about that? That monument now, 2017, has been loaded. They plan on pouring millions more to extend the monument. What about preventive or corrective measures?
So you're saying no monuments, let us put in the system.
Corrective measures, of course.
Corrective measures.
You spoke last night about cameras in school. And when them thief up could have been used to put cameras in school island-wide. I've been following you, Andre.
Oh, so
island-wide. And those are valid points.
Because in truth, a lot of millions were taken through the former alleged Minister of Education. Those monies could have been identified to assist with CCTV cameras in every institution across Jamaica. That would have assisted the Dean of Disciplines to monitor and to capture the situations within the schools. And so you can gauge the responses and deal with these situations. So in truth, had Daniel Road been abducted and killed, possibly the discussion about CCTV cameras would not be a priority today.
Exactly, and I'm glad you raised that very valid point. I'm very glad that was done many years ago. I thought our children, which are our future, should be first priority. What about the eye of the tiger, the cyber eye that mysteriously broke down on the day that this little girl was abducted?
They got a cyber attack the said weekend.
The said weekend, and her body thrown from a moving vehicle.
On a particular stretch of road.
Close to a station
that is heavily trafficked. So it begs to question, what is really happening in this country? Police are writing traffic tickets, but at the same time, there's not enough policing happening across the metropolitan area to safeguard Jamaicans.
I agree 100%. I spoke with the leadership of the Taxi Association, Egerton Newman. He has been on the trot with me since 2012. And we spoke about that. In every corner, you can see a policeman and a taximan writing a ticket. Every corner you see there, I would call it harassment. I know some of these drivers drive carelessly, and we're not talking about those because you have to, uphold the law. But I'm saying, look at what is happening. Where are our policemen? Where they're supposed to be trafficking our schools and our children and taking care to make sure our children are protected. A learning institution is under attack.
So don't keep on fighting, my father.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much, man.
I try.
You're doing a remarkable job, and as a fellow YouTube influencer, I'm saying you're one of the best. And that is coming, honestly.
And back coming from you is a solid estimate.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate my father. Members of the UIC over here today, the General Secretary of the UIC, Miss
Carlene Ramirez Acosta.
Mr. Acosta.
No, Acosta, take out the D.
Miss Acosta from the UIC, the General Secretary is here standing today.
Yeah.
Miss Acosta, speak to Jamaica today.
All right, well, I'm here on behalf of the UIC, to give full support of what is happening here today, because we believe that this is another step
towards making Jamaica, towards moving Jamaica into a better place, you know? And we can't continue to have our children being affected in this way. But it is not something for today. It's something that we really need to come out on a regular basis and protest peacefully about, you know? So the UIC wants to send a message, and we want to say that we sympathize with the situation, and we are compassionate, and we're really understand that persons are out there hurting, and we just want them to know that we are a united front, that there is a united front that is here to ensure that their well-being and justice is being protected. So we are all about protection and support of all the persons that are affected.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you for that, Ms.
Yes.
Costa. Be blessed. You know what I'm alarmed about? I'm very alarmed. There is a discussion happening about safeguarding the children. The people of the church were along this stretch, and the people of the church has distanced themselves. I'm going to vote them today. I don't understand.
If you're just joining us, we're coming to you live from Emancipation Park, courtesy of Andres TV.
Which religious group is this?
That's the nature.
Which religious group is this? Yes.
We don't have any particular denomination.
So who is leading this group? It's rather alarming, Jamaica. The members of the church are distancing themselves to the discussion the religious leader has said to them. No one here is calling, none of them. Not one of them crying out for the children of this country. Not one of them. Not one of them, Jamaica. And I will be moving in short order. Wow. Which religious group is this? You know which religious group is this? This is Sarah Baptist Church. You're a member of the church? So this is Pastor Shuttleworth's church. I need to call Pastor Shuttleworth. I need to speak to Reverend Shuttleworth because I don't understand this gathering. I'm going to speak to Reverend Shuttleworth. It's Reverend Shuttleworth, but nobody wants to speak. And I'm wondering, in the case of what is happening with the children, it's as though nobody cares about that. But it's all I'm seeing about cashless and all of that. And I'm seeing a message about. But then I realized that when the people are down there, they distance themselves. So I don't know why they moved from the gathering up there. But that's the segregation that is creating the problem in this country. That's the segregation. Because for Jamaica to be better off, the Rasta, everybody has to come together, mommy, to make it work. You can't say because that person don't believe. The common problem is love. The agape love is not in Jamaica. The agape love. I need to speak to Reverend Shuttleworth and I'm going to call him. Because that is the problem why this country can't be. Oh, two people don't listen to believe in Jesus. They only distance themselves. That's what they said happened. Huh? Sorry. Hello. You remember? Oh. So it is about 20 of us out here today in Jamaica. So I gather that the church upset with some philosophical views down here. So they decided to pull away.
Put distance.
Why you provoke the people then? Me? Is me? Are you joking?
No,
Are you joking? Oh, you?
I believe in Jesus, and I said, no, I believe in African spirituality. And they said, no, we have Christian group. We come over there. Christian group tell me that.
Oh, because you said you believe in African spirituality.
Yeah.
Well,
You are part of the order of our faith. Yeah.
No. I know the pastor very well. I'm going to be calling Reverend Shuttleworth.
I understand it's just because they're ignorant. They don't
But I'm trying to
No, but
we don't
but Tanya,
in solidarity with them. That's why I went over there.
but the problem is, guys, there is a bigger problem that Tanya identified earlier. That there is no commonality of purpose. Everybody have the same issue, you know. You see what them talk about, we are talk about too, you know. But because you have a label, you have a label, and you have a label. Me can't come work with you.
Andre, I went over there because I saw them separate and they said over there for one person. So
But they're not though.
And the gentleman asked me to join us in prayer and I said, fine, I don't have a problem with that. So I went there and then, you know, I'm there. Jamaicans first.
Here's the problem. They didn't know the part of the Bible that says, suffer little children to come out to me and forbid them not.
I don't know, like if I said the wheat and the tear must go until the time of
No, but I will stretch your band and grow. Which stretch your band and grow now?
They do the wheat already because if the wheat and the tears go together, we know it's not the time of harvest yet. So you need the wheat to support the tears. I need the tears to support the wheat.
You know why?
Because without the tears,
they work as a windbreak. They don't blow down.
Well, that's what me have in my yard. A lot of bush to protect my plants.
exactly, and you need, and it's important. It's important.
And you should have medication. Is a dangerous thing.
I know the funny thing, I visited that church before.
Where there's no vision, why we're perishing? Because there's no vision.
Tanya,
There's no vision.
Tanya, nobody can run me from out that church.
Which one? Which one is Tanya there?
That church down there is Karen Baptist. The one that is on my line, that them Pastor Shuttleworth man. He's a good man. Where's he? I'm going to talk to him.
You know, she's not a good.
Where is Reverend Shuttleworth?
No, you can't go talk to him. He's up on the radio. You have to wait.
No, where is he? No, I'm going to him.
You want to come out here, Andre?
Yeah, but which part him there? Me still I go talk to him, because if him see me, I go want to talk to him. Which part you say? Me have to go ask him why I'm church. Jamaica, this is the the sketch, that the composite sketch. He's under the dome. I have to talk to him. Reverend Shuttleworth and I go very far back. So I have to stand and speak with Reverend Shuttleworth. He's like a father to me, Jamaica. It's one Jamaica. I will ask him why his membership. We have to ask these questions, Jamaica. We have to ask these questions. I am not one of those who, I know my producer is saying, Andre, leave it alone. But Wayne, I'm asking you to give me the executive right this time. Please, Wayne, thank you. Please, Wayne, I'm not provoking them. I am just pressing them. Wayne Forbes, my executive producer, I'm not looking at the WhatsApp messages, Mr. Forbes. Andre Stevens is on the mission. We're finding the truth. We're finding the truth. We are finding the truth. Wayne Forbes, my producer. We're at them. Wayne, set a right track. Right. Pardon, sir?
If you're just joining us, this feed is courtesy of the Partner Draw TV, Andre Stevenson. This is courtesy of him.
So you're a police officer? But I need to speak to Reverend Shuttleworth. But that's not the approach, sir. Can you zoom in the camera, Wayne Forbes? The armed securities are here. You can't remove me, sir. You can't, I can come up there. I can come up there. Are you threatening me, sir? Sir, are you threatening me? Are you threatening me, sir? I look like I need to call members of this church. They're heading on their phone. Reverend Shuttleworth, this is the kind of security you have now? Wow, interesting, Jamaica.
We're going to cut away from this live feed and go to...
Reverend Shuttleworth, I will be calling you out.
We're going to cut away from this live feed.
I know who to call. Interesting.
And go live to Florida.
They're threatening me up there, so I can't go up there because them pass up there and them want to pull all gun. But them not know, sir, are the wrong person them a try pan. Reverend Shuttleworth, I now know the agenda will be calling you out. Bad man, Batman can't pop. Look there. Batman want going or something, but him have, but don't come up here. Which constitutional right you have to tell which path to go and when a figure? Batman pastor, Batman security. Jamaica, I know why I got there. Pastor, have security guard. Have gun, can't waste. I tell you, say you can't come up here, sir. Carrot Baptist Church will be exposed.
If you're just joining us, we're coming to you live from Emancipation Park, courtesy of Andre Stevenson Partner TV. We're going to break away from this demonstration and go live to Key West, Florida.
Jamaica, I've done my part. Gangster pastor. Can you believe? I've been here. Insecurity them with gun. We never know so fast. I got tell me say, one pull out gun. One pull out gun up there for me.
That you tonight. We got there earlier on.
Pastor Shuttleworth, I am going to export Sharon Baptist Church.
I said to you, say you. It's like a scarf.
Me I go to the pastor. Security come pull out gun. You can't come up here, sir.
Yes, sir. The police.
Up there. Up there. I'm going to phone a call, man.
Yeah, man. I tell you, the guest car, let me tell you something, you see these guys. Last week I went there, Andre, to talk to the man. I saw a friend of mine, Jenny, who was with him. So I passed and I said, what are the pastor shake up? You can't run out for me. I ever said to him, say, you know what you're doing? You know who you're playing with? Mr. So I guess Carpo, so church reach this.
I'm disappointed in Pastor Shuttleworth.
Who are them?
That I have met with, I have gone to his office.
I said, all this morning.
I've gone to him just a while, because remember to the segregation. Let me go over to where Pastor Shuttleworth is. Just for reason with him, you know. Man, run out!
Yes,
boy, look, move from here. I'll like capture on the video. Capture, if you come up here, sir. Run in a way.
Two of them. Master. Yes, man. Two of them have gone. One of them come out here,
I cannot believe Pastor Shuttleworth have gunman up there. Carlene is not a case. I don't know the man. I know him. I have literally. He invited me to his office.
Your platform.
I went into the space just to talk to him, and man just come greet me, say, "God, move from here, sir." In the Emancipation Park,
public space.
Public space.
In a public space, I've got to have a discussion with somebody. It's not a case that I don't know him. It's not a case I don't know him. It's a case that I've met with the man. He sent a team to get me to talk to me.
When this happened?
A while ago.
Oh, it is a while ago.
We literally, the group that is up there is a church group. I gather that it is Tarrant Baptist Church. I know. I thought it was I gather that it's Tarrant Baptist Church. Therefore, I said, "Oh, I know the pastor, man." And somebody said, "Yes, it's Reverend Shuttleworth's gathering."
Yeah.
So I know Carlene. So if me is a Carlene, I keep it down. Never say me know Carlene, so me can't go to Carlene.
Yeah.
Upon approaching, a man get up, "Yo, boy, move from here, sir." And I saw the two of them are up there. I literally saw them. The thing is here, and him lift up.
I never talk to them the other day because we talk to them all. A gunman there. I said, "Where you do?" I tell you, man, a gunman. This guy. So, Mr. What kind of thing is a guest car about this with the pastor? I get, well, Mr. the pastor, not talk to the pastor. And I run out like say, Mr. Oh, not even the pastor when him thing there. Gina Jennings do not have that kind of security around him. The boy run out. I never talked to him a while ago when I passed, me stop and he run out. Say, "You can't talk to him." I just stand up and look at him for about a second from head to foot. And he look at me. And I say, "Boy, I tell you, see." And I just walk away. These, him around him. And then when he walk come out, I say, like, say, "Man, son, little God, now one broad heart." Come with people.
And I'm calling when I find it strange.
Yeah, seriously.
This man sent for me some months ago. And I went in confidence. I mean, trust myself for going and suppose me and know that I come them to come to kill me.
You see why this rubber out here long?
Pastor.
Alright.
Militarily
Church
can't
and
believe
state,
it, 'cause- and no, I literally know the man.
Pastor.
Go on, man, in clergy. Spare them, man. Clergy outfit, man.
I'm going to call his administrator right now. Wayne, can you put me on a break, please? Me can't, Tanya, I'm going to tell you something. Somebody will pray with me.
If you want, what's your reverse then,
Well, the 2nd of July, man? Or the
Yeah.
12th? The 2nd. No, the one, the 3rd.
Me?
Revolution.
We're going to break away from Emancipation Park and go live to Florida.